Anyone else bribe themselves with coffee before they get work done? Now we're talking. Let's do this. I've got a food shop coming today. It's a Monday when I'm filming this, and that's when I usually get my Tesco delivered. So I am going to go through our cupboards a little bit. Snack cupboard. I take all the plastic bag recycling back to Tesco when we go there. So I'm just going to empty, and any empty wrappers, get rid of them. Make sure the cupboards are pretty clear for when the food shop arrives. But first, let me do my dish. It's not a lot, but I do have a couple dishes to put away. And get them all clean. There you go, that will stay out. That's it. Okay, let's go through the kitchen cupboards a bit. So I'm just gonna open up and have a quick look through and see if there are any items that, you know, we don't really use anymore. These are all our glasses. I think I have about 10 glasses because I do get asked about numbers, and I don't always like mentioning a certain amount of numbers of items that you should have because, you know, we're all different. We have such different lifestyles, so it's not going to be the same for everybody, but that's, yeah, not much I need to declutter in there. This is all Tupperware, and I do like to keep them with lids on because I find it a bit easier. Just kind of grab and go when I need one. Let me have a look down here. So I've got my cleaning stuff in here. I don't keep a lot, and yeah, there's not much to declutter because we do use everything that's in here. I am just going to refill the washing up liquid, and this is almost empty, so I think that can go. Boy, that was loud. Let me give these a little clean. I need to get one of those. Is it coconut oil you use to kind of rub on the wooden boards, bring back the life into them? I think that was it, right? I need to get some of that and do that on all my chopping boards. And this can now go into recycling. Let me have a quick look through. I've got the kids are sick basket where I keep all of the like medicine and bits like that. And I do like to have a look once in a while on the expiry dates just in case, but they've been sick quite a bit this winter, so these are fairly new. But I know there are some that we haven't used in a while, like this one. See, this one's expiring in 4 months, so I'll need to keep an eye on that. All the Calpol. Okay, I have a look through our grown-up medicine too, but I don't think there's much to declutter in here just because last week I did a pretty big kind of refresh in here, so yeah. Here I've just got like the vitamins and, you know, Nutella and things like that, so that's all good. Oh my gosh, there's some sunshine. So nice to see the sun, especially in February. Okay, let's have a look in here. I need a chair because I'm quite short. We keep our, you know, like the adult medicine up there, and like any spares, we have an extra Calpol and things like that. So I'm just going to have a quick look through these. Just got a couple of things out. There's a little bit left inside, but they are expired. So I'm going to throw them away. Okay, that's all good. Okay, let's have a quick look in here. We have some of these muslins that, I used to use when she was a baby, when my toddler was a baby, and now she just goes to like wash her face in the sink. So I'm not sure if we're still going to use them. I might keep them for bath time. Post-it notes that I like to put in my son's lunchbox. Okay, that's all stuff that we actually use. And then just plates down here and here. Okay, a cap from a pen, wherever that might have come from. This goes in a different place because yeah, we don't need 2 scissors in here. Let's see the snack cupboard. This always gets so full. My son's recently started having his packed lunch. Some days he'll have the school lunches. I'm just gonna reorganize a bit, and he has his big lunchbox that he brings home, and it needs a spot to go in here. These are pretty much empty. Okay, let me take them all out, give it a wipe, and figure out a better system for this. God, all the snacks out. Empty wrappers can all go. I think I'm going to take this basket upstairs. We're switching up some things in my daughter's room, which I'm going to show you. And I think I'm going to use this like under her bed, maybe. We'll see. So we're going to relocate some bits. So these are the baskets that I'm going to work with here. I think I'll do this one for the bread and like bready bits. So we've got bread and we have some pastry for the kids later. Pop that in there. Okay, got some empty wrappers to get rid of. I think I'm gonna try to put all the packed lunch things at the bottom. And then when my son comes home, he's gonna put his stuff there too. And let's see if we have enough space to organize all of this. Like I used to always go and buy a lot of storage bins, but sometimes you can just reuse what you have. What I realize is that sometimes I can swap things around, like, you know, different bins from a wardrobe to bring it here, or, you know, just kind of move things around to make them fit better. Like sometimes you already have what you need in your home, but because it's like so stuffed with things, it's hard to figure out, you know, a system for it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do now. I feel like after decluttering more seriously, it kind of gave me more, you know, like clarity and kind of space to think about where things might fit and actually give them a home rather than just stuff them somewhere. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfectly organized. I used to think that. I used to feel like everything needed to be perfectly organized and aesthetic and, you know, make it look nice. But actually, if it's functional, if it works for you, then doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so that's my snack cupboard. So up there I've got pretty much the kids' snacks, then bread and our snacks, and then lunch box things at the bottom. Like my son's gonna be able to put his lunch box there. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Ew. And then there's no potatoes in here, but we've got the food shop coming later, so that's going to be all clean for that. And I've finished my coffee. So instead of just sitting it down on the side, I'm going to use the 2-minute rule, which is something I try to remind myself throughout the day. It takes less than 2 minutes to do. I try to do it right then and there, because then things don't accumulate and it's much easier to keep the house clean. I'm just going to give the sides a quick wipe now, because there are some crumbs from the cupboards. So I had a quick look through the fridge. So I popped all the cans of this in the fridge. So I'm going to put this in recycling. And I did find some wilted spinach at the bottom of my fridge. I'm sorry. I tried my best. Put some bits on the windowsill that I kind of need to go through. Have my daughter's nursery folder. I need to go through this and sign some bits and read what they said and then take it back to nursery, which I'm gonna do that today because I don't want that in my house anymore. Like, you know, when you have some papers or things that you know you need to tackle and it's just kind of stressing me out to see them there. I'm gonna put that book back where it belongs. We got some magazines that I don't think we need anymore, and this is just my son's sketch pad, so I'm gonna take that up in his room and clear out my windowsill. Random pom-pom, of course. And speaking of papers, I'm just going to go through all of this mail that we seem to have accumulated. I know some of these things I need to, you know, act on it. I need to do something. So, yeah, just going to quickly go through and recycle anything that's not needed anymore. Okay. This can all go. And I'm also getting rid of some artwork. Don't tell my kids. Let me go through some papers here because they have been doing crafts, they've been doing some drawings, so I'm just going to go through, see what things I know they'll want to keep and what things can go. There's some papers on the floor as well, and these are like half deflated balloons, and they've been here for like a week, 2 weeks or something, and they're no longer playing with them, so I am going to get rid of them and have a clear floor so I can actually give it a proper like hoover and mop. Kind of scared to pop them though. I feel like the Grinch. They've got some crafts in here, so they still use them and they love doing those. So I'm gonna keep them, but I'm gonna just corral them all in one spot, and I'm gonna give them one basket for all of the crafty bits. Oh, there's the blue tag. They were looking for this last night. So yeah, I think it's just so much better if they have all the craft things in one spot. There's always a ton of artwork that they create. Like this was just in the past week or so. I feel like if I kept all of the artwork that they make, our house would be filled with piles and piles of papers. So I do kind of go through, and sometimes the pieces of artwork that they make, I feel like they, you know, kind of treasure the ones that they've most recently made, but most of them, they kind of forget about them. I do keep certain things. We do have a memory box and a little folder, and we'll keep things that are more precious, like, you know, things we want to have as memories. So it's not like I get rid of every single piece of artwork they make, but for us, it's just about having a balance. Like, yes, we do want to keep some things to remind us of, you know, the different stages they went through, but at the same time, we cannot keep everything because it would just be a disaster. And I don't feel like you need to have so many things in order for them to, you know, have some memories to look back on. Okay, so I'm gonna look through my wardrobe quickly. Okay, so it's not too bad in my wardrobe. I feel like it wasn't that long ago that I decluttered it, but I did add a fleece. It's like a green fleece to my wardrobe, and I think that means it's time to declutter this fleece. Because I tried to prolong its life. I really loved wearing it, and I've had it for maybe 5-6 years. I've had it for quite a while. You know, I brushed it out so that it kind of livened it up, and I wore it this autumn, but I feel like it's getting to a point where I'm not really enjoying wearing it anymore. Like, it's really getting matted in certain spots, like down here. It has lasted me pretty well, and I just don't enjoy wearing it, and I feel like, what's the point in keeping something you don't enjoy anymore? So this one is sadly going to go. There we go. And then I have another coat that I feel like this has been in my maybe pile for a while, and I haven't decluttered it because I love its look, but it's very thin. So it's one of those coats that I've had for a long time, but I don't wear a ton because of that. And you can let me know your thoughts on this. So I do have other coats that I wear a lot more that are, you know, wool. So they have wool in them, and then obviously they keep you warm. Whereas this is super thin. I don't tend to wear it as much. So it is on probation right now. We've got some t-shirts here. Let me try to color coordinate a bit because I do enjoy doing that. This is also something that's a bit in my maybe pile. I have been kind of torn whether I should keep it or get rid of it. I do like the look of it, and I kind of like a gray knit like this. The thing that I have with it is that it is quite thick and quite bulky under a coat, and so I feel like that's maybe why I don't tend to wear it as much. It's lovely and it's in good condition, so I might maybe pass it on to someone else, keep it longer. See, that's some of the things I'm kind of undecided about. So I don't know, I'm kind of undecided on this one. I may or may not keep it. Let me know what you think. I've got this sweatshirt that's on the wrong hanger again. Just moved some things around, kind of color coordinate, which I really enjoy doing. So I've got a few bits out of my wardrobe. I have some Christmas wrapping paper that I need to put somewhere else because it does not belong in here. And then these are just basics, you know, the Uniqlo heat tag and long sleeves leggings. I feel like I'm quite good on basics. Okay, so that's wardrobe done. Let's move on to the next bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna look through my makeup and skincare, see if there's anything I don't need. I don't think there's much through my makeup. I've got all the brushes in this little cup. Mascara, one foundation, one eyebrow product. This is the eyeshadow I'm currently using. I've got some of this MAC. I am hitting pan on both of them, but I do think they're gonna last me quite a bit of a while. Let me know what eyeshadow you like to use. I've got quite, I guess, warm undertone. I've been classified as an autumn in the color palette, so I have been using these for a long time, even before that, so I think they're good shades for me. But yeah, when I do run out of these, let me know what suggestions you might have. Let me know if there's any particular eyeshadows you like. Maybe I'll give those a go next, but that's what I'm using right now. So yeah, nothing much to declutter in the makeup pile. I've got just 2 nail polishes that I always use. Those I've got up here. I do have some skincare I'm gonna get rid of. So let me see. These I do use just cleanser and moisturizer. I also have this cleanser that I love to use. It is quite pricey, but whenever I do get it, it feels so so nice on your skin and like literally smells like a spa. None of this is sponsored, by the way, but these are just products I've been using. I've got some lip balm. This I've been applying after my moisturizer sometimes, because especially in winter my skin can get quite dry, so this is really, really nice on top of that. Or just as a moisturizer on its own maybe. Now these two, well, this one's empty, it's just a retinol that I used, and I don't know if I'm going to repurchase that, but yeah, that's an empty, and this one's like halfway through, but I'm not really enjoying using it. It's just something about the texture. I think it's just not sitting nice under my makeup. I did give it a good try, just gonna try to make it work, but it's just not doing its thing, so that's gonna have to go. Those two products are going. This was sent to me by them for free, so I got to test it out, which yeah, it's basically a retinoid, so I think it's much stronger. It's a prescription one, and it's stronger than like anything you find in the Superdrug. So that's what I've been testing, but I don't like to give reviews just like, you know, willy-nilly. I want to really, really test it out for a while before I can give you any sort of thoughts on that. But that's what I'm using right now. I've got the face bronzing mist that I do like to spray on my face once in a while. It's not like a regular thing. Another little face spray that I think I got this as a sample when I ordered something. I don't know if it's doing much, but yeah, since I have it, I am going to use it up. I have been reading about skincare, and apparently there's two products that do like the most in your skincare, and that's SPF, and this is the SPF that I'm using right now. So it's just moisturizer with SPF 50. It's a very basic one from the drugstore. So the two things are SPF and the retinoid, like the stronger prescription one. So that's what I'm trying right now with my skincare. And obviously you need cleanser and moisturizer on top of that, but those two are like the main ones that really make a difference apparently in your skin texture and everything like that. There's no miracle wrinkle cream, but those two are supposed to be the best for you. And then this is also something that was sent to me for free. It's also by Skin and Me, and it's their vitamin C serum that you use in the morning before your SPF. Just giving it to products that I actually use, and if I notice I have something but I'm not reaching for it, it's probably for a reason, and there's no point in me keeping a whole drugstore of products in my bathroom, so I'm gonna just let it go. Okay, I am under the stairs, and we have these bits from my daughter's party that, well, we used them actually for my son's party as well, and we kept them to reuse. So we're going to take this back up to the loft and probably reuse it for the next party. We like to keep our loft pretty clear so that we can use it as an actual useful space rather than just a dumping ground. So yeah, I'm just gonna put these back in here. I went through all the hats and, you know, mittens and everything. I got a couple out that the kids have outgrown and, you know, we don't really need anymore. So those are going. It's nice to give it a clear out sometimes so that when we get dressed in the morning, it's much easier to find things as we need them. So that's hats, mittens, things like that. And then I'm going to put all the reusable bags that we use on a regular basis in here, so we can easily grab them when we're heading out the door. Okay. Oh, and I have our plastic bag recycling that we are going to take to Tesco today. So I'm going to get these out as well. I have gathered up all of the crafty things I found because we had them all spread around the living room, like in various different baskets. So I thought, let's corral all of them together in one spot, or, you know, just have them a bit more intentionally. So I have got stickers. This one is pretty much empty, so that one's going to go to recycling. I want to go through the Play-Doh because I have a feeling that there's quite a bit of dried up Play-Doh at the bottom here. There's a random balloon in here, of course, but these ones are empty. So perhaps we can put these in here. They've got some stamps and watercolors. Now, how do I want to organize these? So I think I'll do stamps, watercolor, and Play-Doh here. And then I'll do the rest of them here. These, I think, maybe I'll put up in my daughter's room because she might want to play with that up there. Stickers. And then this is just the mat that I use, like a tablecloth, but it's a reusable one that we use for painting and anything like that they do on the dining table. Not that I'm too precious about it because obviously we're a family with small children, but, you know, if I can prevent some of the mess, then I'm gonna try. Okay, so now I have these. I'm gonna go ahead and find a spot for them, probably under the stairs. And I think that's gonna be my declutter for the day because my toddler is about to wake up from her nap soon. Let me know what you're tackling in your home this week, and I will catch you in the next one.